Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee and Reflection. Grab your cup, get comfortable, and let's have a real honest conversation today. Today's coffee is a Stoke, not too sweet, iced coffee with cake batter, premier protein shake, and sugar-free vanilla. Ooh, that tastes good. Have you ever felt like you were doing absolutely everything right, barely eating a thing, and the scale just won't move? It is the most frustrating feeling in the world, and for a long time, right there with you. I would tell myself, I don't even eat that much. Why is this so hard? But then I decided to stop guessing. I started tracking my food, really tracking it. Reality check absolutely blew my mind. I wasn't overeating by a little bit. I was consistently eating over 1,000 calories more a day than what I should have been. Today I want to talk about the aha moment for me and how easy it is to fall into the guesstimation trap and why tracking completely changed the game for my journey. Before I started logging food, I honestly believe I was in a calorie deficit. In my head, the meals looked healthy, my proportions seemed totally normal, and I felt like I was being mindful. Here's the thing. Doing mental math with your food, our brains are naturally wired to downplay what we eat. We remember the main meals, but we completely forget the little things. I'm talking about a splash of creamer in the morning with your coffee. We don't measure. The tablespoon of cooking oil in the pan, the handful of chips or a bite of something we grab while standing in our pantry. In our heads, those don't count because they aren't meals. To me, they aren't meals. But our bodies, every single bite counts. And that's something that I lost translation of. So I've always had a tracking app. When I was doing keto, I was using Carb Manager. But then when I decided that I wasn't solely going to just focus on carbs, I downloaded MyFitnessPal. And I've had MyFitnessPal on my phone, and sometimes I would track and sometimes I wouldn't track. But I finally decided for a week, a consistent week, that I was going to start tracking. And let me tell you, facing those numbers was a complete shock for me. I actually weighed out the serving size of things like cheese or peanut butter or even pasta. I realized my idea of one serving was actually two or three, especially with the pasta. The time I added hidden oils, the sauces, all the accidental gazing, the math clicked. I was going over my goal by 1,000 calories. And let me tell you, I was always the person like, I don't eat that much. I don't understand why I'm gaining weight. I'm sticking to my plan. Why am I not gaining weight? 1,000 calories over. And sometimes it would be more than that depending on if I had fast food or not. It was a tough pill to swallow, and honestly, it was also a massive relief because suddenly the mystery was gone and I wasn't broken. It wasn't my metabolism. It wasn't because, oh, I'm not eating that much. I just didn't have the data. Or honestly, I didn't have the idea that I was eating so much over in my calories. If you're watching this and this idea of tracking scares you, I totally get it. It can feel restrictive or like you're pushing yourself, but I want to challenge you to shift your mindset. And I need to shift my mindset as well, if we're being honest. Tracking isn't a judgment, it's just data. The app doesn't care if you're eating cookies or a salad, it just counts. Once I looked at it as a roadmap instead of a cage, everything changed for me. With MyFitnessPal, it does show you like carbs, fats, and proteins, but it's a lot different than Carb Manager because Carb Manager, if you slightly go over your carbs, like you're gonna get an X and it's more like intense in your face, and that could be like really discouraging. So with MyFitnessPal, like I was saying, it doesn't care if you're eating a cookie or a salad. Mainly its job is to track the calories. That being said, It also taught me what actual portion sizes look like. It gave me the power to make smart swaps. Sample protein pasta or popcorn instead of chips. Lesser evil popcorn, top tier. For the first time, I felt like I didn't have to starve myself. I just had to realize where those sneaky empty calories were coming from so I could make better choices in the future. Tracking seems really hard for you. I would just try it out for a week. You don't have to go months and months and months with tracking. I would say track for a week and track everything that you eat. If you take a bite of it, track it. And I guarantee you it's going to open your eyes to exactly how many calories that you're having. And it'll also help you realize, like, okay, clearly I need to like shift my mindset on things or make swap for things that I actually like that are not high calorie dense. Truly cannot manage what you do not measure. Let me tell you, I was shocked, very shocked when I found out I was eating over 1,000 calories more. And it was worse when I was eating fast food. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Have you ever looked at the nutrition facts on one of your favorite foods and been absolutely floored by the actual calorie count? Since I've been tracking my calories, I look at everything when I go to the store. Now, I will say, what has helped me a lot when it comes to the nutrition facts and going to the store is I go to the store less because I have my groceries delivered to me. So I pay for Walmart Plus, and with Walmart Plus, you get free delivery or free pickup. Sometimes I'll do delivery. 90% of the time, I'm doing free pickup. And when I do the free pickup, I'm less likely to go, to run around the store and just see things and be like, oh, let me put this in the cart. Let me put this in the cart. No, I order things that I need for my weekly meal preps. I probably won't order a snack unless it's like the lesser evil popcorn or skinny pop. That's what I'll eat for my snack. And I'm not going down the aisles buying cereal, chips, and all that stuff. So having my groceries where I can just go pick it up helps me tremendously to stay on track with what I'm eating and also to help avoid me buying snacks. Also, planning out your meals will save you. I know a lot of people do like the meal prep. I'm not a meal prep girly because I get bored with food really easily. So I don't necessarily meal prep. I just cook like a batch of things and then I make my meals as I go. So right now my staple is I will batch cook some sweet potatoes. I will batch cook chicken, but I won't season it because as I'm going along making recipes during the week, I'll add my seasonings and stuff to that. And for the chicken, when I prepare it, I just throw it in the crock pot. That way it's like shredded chicken and I can make a lot of things with it. There's a lot of ways and things you can do to help you when it comes to tracking your calories. But like I said, if it's too much for you, just track 1 week and see where you're at. So this is going to be the end of our coffee and reflection for today. I hope that you guys got a lot of information out of this video. And if you're not subscribed, please support the channel by subscribing. We do these coffee and reflections every single week. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.